Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, would you like to start sharing what you did, what you could do? Today we will do some random sharing. From the next time, you can start organizing in that PowerPoint. And in case you want, I can show you that. Actually, there's one example also in that. But would you like to start?
Uh, I took few photographs for shades of green.
Yeah. What about, I asked now to bring something beautiful.
Yeah, just a second. Let me.
Yeah. So what I bring that, what you found beautiful. That's what, let's begin with that. Anjana, you got something? You can actually, whoever has got can. Aparna, why don't you uh, show your work?
Yeah, sure. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
I have this.
Only one? I think you just found it in the house.
No, even that day I was saying that this is my.
Yeah. But what about the other things? Just one is not enough. Yeah. What could you? Because every day this is what we're going to do. Being
Okay.
in beauty means truly understanding, experiencing beauty. Otherwise, there's no point in. So you should really go out, spend some time, and just wander around and see if you find something that is beautiful. No. Show, please show now whoever.
Yeah, so I had actually come across a feather. So a pink, almost a light pink shade of feather. So I thought,
Where is it now? Do you have anything?
no, actually, what happened was I kept it somewhere, but I misplaced it. So today morning, I again remembered I roamed around here and there, and so I found this small flower.
Yeah.
Then I found this leaf. This is actually kind of like, this is not a not like ordinary leaf. This is not straight. This is a little bit curly. Then the edges are like there is a zigzag shape in the edges throughout, and
Yeah.
only at the edges there is an yellow color. So I thought this would be good. Then I was just looking here and there, and then I saw this plant. So this was like, this is not a touch me not, but this looks like touch me not. This has now wilted a bit, but the leaves are like
Slightly away from the camera, a little bit more, because we are. No, let the camera be there. Ha. Okay. Not
this
able
has
to.
now wilted. It was like there was a symmetry in the arrangement, so it was like looking beautiful. And towards the end, it was like a there is like a red color border for the leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like at the ends there is a slight red color. So it was like arranged symmetrically around the stem. So it was kind of looking very beautiful in the plant. But when I plucked it, now it's wilted. So now it's not, it has lost its glory, I think.
So I made two mistakes. Number one is that don't pluck anything. Actually, so if it is a plant, then you should shoot very well in different angles and bring it. So objects that you bring are, don't destroy anything to bring it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So you naturally lose the beauty of it because it's beautiful because it's in a context.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you that. Also, other thing is that, I think we should not look at flower at all because that's a very obvious thing for anybody who is. So let's delete one thing, flower, and then look for other things that are beautiful because that's very usual. And also, it also comes from a very idea level. No, everybody has told flower is beautiful. So I think we miss the actual beauty of flower because because of this mind notion that flowers are beautiful. You know, they are indeed beautiful, but you know, it has to be experienced at a certain level, certain, you know, depth. Otherwise, it's at a very casual level that we say, oh, flowers are beautiful, you know. So, flower, no, don't look for flowers. Second, no plucking.
Jinanji,
Yeah.
today when I was thinking about having a learning space where kids will paint, then I was thinking that they should, matlab, they will paint. But then it struck that whatever they do, like my daughter has scribbled on the wall.
Sit down somewhere
some
now, please. Don't move around.
Yeah, let me show you.
Aha.
I'm trying to show.
Yeah.
This is the wall.
Yeah.
So I thought this is her self-expression actually.
See,
And this is also beautiful.
Rashmi, please don't bring all those kind of things. This is purely something you have to explore beauty. Don't bring any other things in this meeting now. Let's not from this, no? That's a different topic altogether. Let's just focus on you experiencing beauty. I hope that should be very
So that is what I'm sharing, that I felt that this is also beauty.
No, this is all. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Please, I told you in the last time, it is nature. It's about nature. Just look at nature and discover your sense of authentic beauty. Let's focus on that. Okay? Yeah. Okay, Mahima, please.
Sir, this is a snail shell. I don't know whether you can see it.
Slightly more. Say, I'll show you what happens. See, when you show like this, see, it is getting out of focus, now.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'll show you.
No,
can you see, sir?
Yeah. Slightly behind. Towards you. More towards you. Yeah, that's fine. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
Like a very beautiful I found in the yard, because it is a snail, that crawling creature, snails used and thrown shell. I think the snail is died, so it is kept in the yard among the soil. The circle, the way in which I think I don't need to explain, because this is self-explanatory.
Please don't explain. Explanation kills beauty. Don't explain. What you can actually, you know, what you should do is that you can look at it and tell me why do you think you find it beautiful? Don't stress too much. Don't use too much of your brain for that. Spontaneously, if you feel, yeah, this is why because you know, when Anjana was telling, spontaneously certain terms were coming out. She was talking about that particular object only. She was not telling the background of that. She was just telling that, you know, that there are some edges, it is curled, there's a symmetry. You see, just that itself brought out certain aspects which I don't think she's thought about it systematically. Understood, no? So, what is, and you don't have to actually do too much analysis, then it'll kill it. Understand, na? So when you found that very beautiful, stay with it for some time without too much of your mind. Then slowly, once you are done with it, then you begin to look at it. What is it that made it beautiful to me? You know? And since you have taken that object, go around and put it in different places and see, is it still beautiful? Understand, no? Yeah. And also next step, what you should do is start taking interesting photographs of that. But focus on the object. Don't bring other things, okay? You found something beautiful. So Mahima, in your case, because it is tiny, if you're able to take photograph, I'm sure this will have some micro thing also, na? Your camera might have, no? So shoot it with proper focus, and maybe you should shoot it from different angles. Understand, na? Whichever you find beautiful, because that particular object may have beauty all around it, na? Understand, no? So the idea is to spend more time with it. You found something beautiful, spend some time with it. How do you spend time with it? You spend time with it by first observing it for some time. Maybe you can begin to draw it out a little bit. And the drawing need not be skilled at all. Understand? So this is not a drawing class. This is to enhance observation. So photography is one, drawing is one, coloring is another. Okay. Whatever color that, but use only those 5 colors. I'm using only 5 colors because then you will begin to see how do you create that color. What is that color? Otherwise, it's so easy to pick some from this 36 colors you have. It's just easy to pick and then start using it, no? So don't do that. Understood, no? So will you attempt once again, Mahima? That object, or if you want to spend some time, then you can little bit and then come back. Yeah, Mahima, I mean, Aparna, would you like to show what you have? Unmute.
I have a shell with me. I picked it from the Chennai beach, Marina Beach.
When?
1 year back.
No. I wanted to explore. You see, from yesterday to day before yesterday to today was the time. Don't bring something of the past. Something that you did in the last 3 days. 2 days is what we are really looking at. Do you have anything or?
No, I made something last week. Can I show it?
No, you made something. I don't want you to make anything. So this is not on making at all. Don't waste time on making anything. What you think is creative and all that, there's no place at all. This is just to sensitize you to observe life around you. Not your egoistic ideas about beauty and which you create. It's really not about creating anything.
Okay.
We can never match nature. All right. So don't use our ego to create beauty.
Okay.
Let's immerse in it. First enjoy, feel it. Feel the beauty around,
Okay.
That's the thing. So you see, this will become quite a boring process for you if you don't participate like this, no? Total immersing. At least 2-3 hours of time spent in nature. And that nature need not be some jungle, it's some far off place. Just step out and you'll find nature all over, So you don't have to worry about, there's no nature. Please don't say that. Nature is everywhere. Just step out.
I saw a very rare flower yesterday. I can show that to you. That is, I took it from a park. It is like this. Sorry. 1 second.
No, don't show it like that. You won't be able to see it at all. Don't waste time. No, don't show it. It doesn't really make much sense. You photograph it properly and then send it.
Okay.
Okay, put it in this thing.
Okay.
All right. So did you find it beautiful?
So, can I just share?
1 minute, Anjana. Did you find it beautiful, Parna?
Yeah, because it was very different. I never saw that kind of a flower. It was like a flower itself was like a feather. It was.
What I'm asking is that, do you really find it beautiful, or you found because it is new, you looked at it? There are 2 rings. Please don't mix it up.
Because it is new, I looked at it.
That's not beautiful.
Okay.
It absolutely has no such connections with your memory, with your strangeness, nothing. Beauty presents itself in a very, very different way. It has nothing to do with past. It has nothing to do with your mind. All right? Okay? So you have to spend more time. Just observe. All right? Yeah. Anjana, please.
Okay, so I was saying like in the last class when you asked for photographic shades of brown and shades of green, I couldn't understand why you were saying green and brown.
Yeah.
But when I just stepped out and when I looked around, I could see that nature is only green and brown.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you take a soil or if you take a bark or a tree or a leaf,
Yeah.
it's maybe exact, but everything is like just shades of green and brown only.
Yeah. So have you shot?
Yeah, I have showed. Some pictures are in my phone and some are in my husband's phone. I have to compile it all. I will compile it and I will add it to the PPT.
Okay. Rashmi, what about you? You like to now go back to that peacock feather and then tell something about it. No, but don't explain. Don't explain. Why do you
Okay.
find it beautiful is the question that we are asking. And
Yeah.
don't
Hmm.
us right now.
Pardon?
Don't force it just because I'm asking.
Uh-huh. No, I find it beautiful always, always. Just
What?
because of the colors, the
Yeah.
color in which it is arranged. I don't know, uh, dark blue, different shades of blue, brown, green, and it is so beautiful. Even everything is separate,
Yeah.
but still it has a shape.
Yeah.
Means
Yeah.
there are tentacles are so different, but it still comes out in shape. That
Yeah.
is so beautiful to admire.
Okay. 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 All right. Okay. So Mahima, you want to come back again and
Uh, Sir, I think this geometry is what attracted me. The geometry of a shell above the snail, and I have this is white in color. I don't know why it became white. Usually snails go run with a brown shell, no? So this I'm wondering on this color. I'm wondering on the shape, how it is formed from its body, how it came out. That maybe it is calcium carbonate or something. I don't know. My brain is working.
background is damaging you?
What, sir?
Your engineering background is creating all the problem. Delete all.
Correct, sir. I am.
So don't construct any theory around that. Stay with beauty. Don't stay.
Sir, I love.
Don't get into biology. Don't get into anything like that. Don't try to explain anything other than why did you find that beautiful. First statement you told, that geometry, that the way it was forming. There you should end. Don't go into other things because that's nothing to do with beauty.
Okay.
Other things have, please rethink about it. So revisit the video and then consider what I'm telling you. All right. Aparna, you want to say now about that shell if you feel like? Why do you find it beautiful?
Yeah, I instantly found it like touching. It was creating some feeling in me, some good feeling in me. I felt like picking it up. Then I saw if some animal or something is some insect or something is there. It nothing was there. It was empty. So I picked it up and took it home. I felt I was feeling good when I saw this. That's all.
That's too general. Feeling good and all that, no? Okay, but there was one thing
Yeah.
that you told when you touched, you felt nice.
Yeah. When I touched, it felt nice.
Beauty into all the senses.
Yes. Yes. It was.
Yeah, no, listen to what I'm telling. Listen
Yeah.
to what I'm telling. Till now, we were only looking at the eyes, the beauty in terms of eye, vision.
Yeah.
I'm now extending that to touch because you talked about touch. Because when you touched, you felt nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And all the other senses also has the same kind of thing. You understand? All the senses has this beauty connected with it. Am I right?
Yes.
I'm sure you enjoy smells,
Yeah.
all right? Taste.
Yeah.
Yes.
So stay with it and continue this exploration. And so let me share with you two things. One is that the way that we will do the presentation. I have just made what I sent you, just now. The template I sent you,
Yeah, a PPT. Or
Yeah. So let me just share that with you so that Okay. So we can keep this. The image you can change if you feel like. The first image. And the second space is like this. Of course, you can make some minor changes. I'm just suggesting this. Understand, no? So all the 7 days you have to bring in this. What we are doing, what happened. And then, of course, somewhere you find your name, place, and whatever else if you want, whatever you want to add, no? All right. And so I'm giving you one example of how one can put together the color. You can do it in other ways also. Huh? This is one example I'm showing you. Just one example. Okay. And then using those colors, how do you make these colors? From that various greens that you saw, you make these colors, and then you continue doing that on each page. You got it, or?
Yes.
So that second page with some colors, that was like with poster colors, or?
Yeah, only those 5 colors. 5 colors I'm asking you to use, na? Red, black, blue, yellow, green. No green. 5 colors, no? Red, black, white, blue, yellow. All right. Just using that, mix and make this, whatever colors that you're experiencing. On the green, shades of green. So that's actually different shades of green or greenish, different shades from, see, because if you actually begin to look at green, you will find that the green extends to all the sides. In the sense, you will find, how green white mix, shades of white comes into green. You'll find yellow, you'll find red, you'll find brown, black, all these colors, no? Understand, no? So any tender leaf you see, when it is starting, it could be whatever color, then slowly that becomes green. So there is a journey that is taking place from, maybe if you take red, from red to green. Understand, no? Or if it is from yellow, so different, from different tender leaf, it takes on one, different colors and finally reaches green. And from there, then it goes into another journey, from green to then yellowish green, brown green, black green, like that. I mean, it can be, it depends on the leaf actually. Different types of leaves have different kind of color journey. One could say that, no? Understand, no?
I saw one plant yesterday. It had multicolored leaf. It had one single leaf had red, brown, yellow, green, multiple shades of green.
Okay, on plant, huh?
I have it on my phone. I'll share in the group.
You put it in the, you can either share it in the group. Yeah, but this is very common. This is very common. So you see, I don't think we should. I understand that, but this is a very, very common plant. There's nothing unusual about it. Just maybe you have seen it for the first time. But this plant is there in everybody's house, almost everybody's house. So I'm telling, rediscover things that you have never seen. Go into spaces where you have never noticed any of these things, huh? All right.
Going into spaces, meaning we have the same space which we have, like the park, the home.
But I think in between the home and the park, there is a journey, that you take.
Okay.
Look at that. See, awaken your eyes. Okay. This is the problem, when you say beauty, either you have to go to a gallery to see beauty. That's it. This is the problem with the modern minds. Just give me a minute. Yeah.
Actually, in between the park and home, we don't feel like looking around because too much of vehicle traffic. There is
So
a tendency to Immediately.
So don't go into places where, even in park, I'm sure you're only looking at these things that are obvious. Park also has places which has escaped the human intervention.
Yeah.
Look at those places. That is where you'll find really beauty.
Okay.
Untouched and unrecognized by humans, modern educated humans. They are still there. Beautiful things. Look at that. Don't look for obvious things. Understand? Because then it's your mind that is playing trick with you, telling you it is beautiful. And you have to get out of the mind to actually.
Yeah, actually, there is some kind of a uncultivated place near the park, but people say that snakes are there, so nobody goes there.
Go there. Maybe you'll find the snakes also beautiful. Why not? Yeah. Right. But don't bring it, huh? Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you another place where you can find beauty. You can actually find beauty in innocence. I want to share with you some work that I did with potters, rural potters, and how they created beauty without any reference to books. Also, please feel free to see the other videos also, what I've recorded in the evening session, no? Because sometimes I might miss something here, sometimes I add something there. So when you get time, please look at that also. Then I'll also send you other videos later. So this is done by a rural potter with absolutely no training or anything like that. So I've been working with this community from 93 onwards, 1993. And actually my preoccupation was to really explore what is beauty and what is originality, because as I realized that the educated do not have this. And so I adopted a method of working with this artisan communities where there is absolutely no teaching, no guiding, nothing. Just creating a space for them to start creating. Actually, this were done by 13, 14-year-old girls in the same village. Just coiling technique. This again with another group, but again rural women with no training. So I just one thing I did was to, like what we are right now doing, ask them to observe nature around, and nature became their inspiration.
So the previous slide, are they actually drawings of that leaves and plants?
No, no, no. That is actually, let me just show you this. This is from rice husk. No, rice stalk. Understand? You find in Kairali, this shop, no? Kairali shop. Have you seen, what do you call that? Sceneries of, sometimes they do, coconut tree and, what do you call that? Boat and all that. That's a regular thing that you find in all these handicraft shops from Kerala. Some Kathakali face and, Taj Mahal also they do. So they use this rice stalk, rice, no? And they slice it and they use it, they stick it. And usually they used to use dye, to make some color, no? It's yellowish color and all that. But when I began to work with them, we dropped all that, no dyeing at all. Just as it in different stages of its thing, no, or different places, the color is different. The stalk at the top is a different color from the bottom, no, and at different stages of drying, it is different. So I told them, just use that, you will find different colors already then. So what you saw is just natural colors of that that thing, and just use glue and stick it. That's what they do. But of course the slicing takes a little time because you get it round, so you slice it properly and clean it and then use glue and start it. Of course it's slightly tedious process, but once you have the knack, it's very, very easy actually. It's not done by me, done by them, so they have the skill of doing it. So my thing was to see how do you because the whole process was very, very mechanical. Some artists used to come and and these drawings are done by everywhere. Everyone do the same thing all over this artisan places where they make the same stuff, this stuff, so an artist will come, he will draw it out, and the women will just keep sticking it, so I had to completely change the whole system there and just encourage them because they are made to believe that they can't do it. So I have to really make all the necessary changes, sometimes use force to make them understand that they can do it. So I worked with 20 women. In a matter of 10 days, we created more than, each woman must have made about 10, 15 different, designs. You can do this, 15 into 20. So that many number of designs we were able to create just in those 20 days. It was a fantastic experiment where the only thing I did was to just make them realize that they are capable and just observe nature around. Don't look for designs in books and somebody else's head. Just look at nature, everything around. Whatever you find is beautiful, bring it. So that became their, inspiration to work on this. Yeah. Okay. So I also want to share with you one more work, which work is done by children in the village that I have been working. In 2003, I did a short workshop. Not a short, 2 month long workshop. And I've been doing it from 93 onwards. But in 2003, I made, some changes in the in the whole focus. I told them, I called it sensing nature, knowing nature. And I got children to just observe nature around them and recreate in a certain format. I had given them the format, like I decided that some children will do coloring, some children will do clay work, all that, different activities, but they were completely on their own. My job was just to divide certain, groups. So right now I will show you a shorter version. Later I will send you a video of that work, which is there in the YouTube. So let me share that with you now. So right now I'm showing you a very small version. Huh? Later I can show you. So here they just went around and collected all the dry leaves and stuck them and made it. This is done by maybe, see, the age group was around 7, 8 to 13, 14. About 60, 70 children came and did this workshop. Shall I show you a longer version? Let me show you a longer version. Just give me 1 minute, because that you will find it. Sorry. No, I'm not able to find it. So let me just continue with that. So this is just using dry leaves. Scenery with dry leaves.
How the colors came with the dry leaves, huh?
This is all from the ground.
Okay. No, colors also.
Yeah. All this is natural color that you find in the ground. Different stages of drying. So here we used magazine. Whatever old magazines I get, I was bringing just for doing this workshop. And of course, children were also drawing. Here, this is just imagination drawing. But still, it is so beautiful that, God knows from where these ideas come. So randomly arranged things. Just with different types of mud that you get here, Of course, they have used ash also. Then sand, ash, laterite stone powder. Okay, so I'll do one thing. Another day.
Can you show the clay one also? What you spoke about clay thing?
Yeah, I will show you. I will show you. Actually, what is happening is that I just now thought of showing you this, and so I might take a little time for me to find out. That's why. So what we can do is that uh, another time, 5 of you, we will do one more session just on this children's work. I will show you. Okay, but I have to find it. Actually, what happened was that my just 1 or 10 days ago, my computer crashed. So a lot of things are lost, and lots of things are, I don't even know now where they are, Otherwise, I was very familiar with whatever is there, but I'm not able to find it suddenly. So, understand, na? Clay work I'll show later. With that, we will mutually decide when we can meet, whenever you're free. I think only Anjana and Aparna might have a little problem with timing a little bit because, yeah. And if you have time in the evening, you can join just like that, because by then I will try and find out. Because evening I would like to show this work done by children with absolutely no, and you compare that with what mediocre third-rate work happened in a school. Absolutely mediocre work happens in the schools. And you can see the ability of a child actually if you leave them alone. So this is what actually made me completely angry against schools after this workshop. 2 months of this workshop, I realized, my God, this is the ability of a child. And how do we treat them? Infantilize them, make them feel they are absolute idiots. And of course, the present generation is a product of that kind of treatment, actually. That's a whole problem. What's happening? We have actually degraded humanity through schooling. And it is getting worse because children are being treated even worse. Each generation, they are being downgraded further and further. That's what is happening. Yeah. So, okay. Now see the next assignments is that one is that you start documenting different types of textures. Okay. See, when we say document as many number as possible, 30, 40, 50, any number, then only you will find the fineness of that. Na? If I just tell you to shoot just 5 greens, I don't think you will find the fineness of that. No? The subtle difference between each green. So it should be, more than 50. 50 types of green, 50 types of brown, minimum I'm telling. So texture is also same. Explore texture in nature. 2 types of textures, visual and tactile. And in fact, you should also see same thing with food also. Do you see the textural differences in food? Certain food, okay. It's just that we become really aware of what is happening, that's the whole thing. The whole exercise is nothing but we become really sensitive to what is happening around us, We begin to be present, we begin to notice without putting ideas around it. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? I'll give you a
The
good example.
texture, so,
Texture.
a texture example, can you please tell? I couldn't understand fully.
Texture. Did you understand, Anjana?
Yeah,
Like
it's
the one.
like rough. Some are rough, some are smooth. Some when you touch, you get some like in a bark. It is like it's
Yeah.
different.
Precisely.
In the leaf, it is different.
Yeah, that's texture. Both visually there is a difference, touch-wise there is a difference, eating-wise there is a difference. If you have eaten perica, Goa,
Yeah.
there is a slight texture there, no? Like if you eat what do you call that thing here? Lady's finger.
Ladies.
Finger. There's a different texture, no? So different textures, you're everywhere you can see that. Sound, of course, grrr. Got the texture? That sound also has that, no? Understand?
Okay.
See, if a rhythmic sound, when it is very close, that is texture, no? Understand? Yeah. So what I was trying to say is this, that how the mind doesn't allow you to see. So once I was doing a workshop with a group of people. So I told them to look for leaves that have turned green, turned yellow. So immediately that person is a science background person. He's telling, oh, the one without chlorophyll. That's a mind playing trick. Visually, there's nothing called chlorophyll and not chlorophyll. Visually, just, the green color is now turning yellow. Simple. You don't have to, get into any theory behind it. So observe things without any theory, without any mind, mind playing tricks.
Can I just I will have to leave now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
continue I will just watch the recording later.
Yeah. Actually, we are closing now. Okay. So if you find the time in the evening, just come. So the exercise is clear, no? 2 of them. So will you also just send a message to Aparna? What are the 2 exercises?
So documenting textures means I have to write a story kind of thing.
No writing at all. Photographs. Only photographs.
Okay.
Understand? Of course, the other hand you can maybe touch wise, na? But don't get into too much writing. That you sense it and feel it. That's all. And eating, you can say, how this, because now you will begin to pay attention. You can say, oh, this food I felt more, you can see, even if you notice a difference in texture, you write about it. But not too much writing. Okay? All right? Huh?
Yeah. So texture also from nature or from home also?
No home. Our workshop doesn't have anything to do with home. Anything to do with handmade, homemade. I mean, human made. It's only nature. And don't pluck anything. That's the second thing.
Okay.
All right? Yeah? Okay. Yeah?
Thank you.